Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I forgot to read that card from for the last person. I mean, the last one. Thank you, Spirit. I call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. From my will to thy will. I'm about it away. Thank you, Spirit. Call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. Thank you. From my will to thy will. I'm about it away. I call to the angels of the earth. Please look into the Spirit and bring clear messages. Only bring the messages of highest good and intent. From my will to thy will. I'm about it away. Let's read it since it's here. The more love and care you give yourself, the more love you have to give others. So coming out in the upright, we have the miser, adventure, tuning in the upright, experiencing at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So right away, Libra, we have the miser coming out. Now the miser is a card that reminds me to share and to not take money too serious, right? Well, not too serious, but not to hold on to all the glitz, glam, jewelry, gold, cars, clothes, money, like all the materialistic things, right? If you put the materialistic things and the materials over people, you know how people like, don't make that your God, don't make money your God. That's kind of what the miser is in the upright. It's kind of like you're too focused on making a bag, chasing a bag. Um, and you gonna look up and you gonna miss the fun of it all of life. If you only thinking about how much money you can make, when you gonna get it, how you gonna get it, then you aren't gonna be vibrating at your highest level, right? You're not gonna be your greatest self because you always in struggle mode. Even if you have a lot of money and your quest is to get more, it's still struggle because it's a battle to get more, right? And you're gonna miss the adventure of it all. The miser is not happy. Rich, old, and looking sad, ain't got no friends. Ain't it's all she got is the jewelry and the gold, right? All she got is the money, and she can't trust nobody because when you get a lot of it, people change. People who ain't got none of it start changing, right? But then we also have tuning in the upright. So this is telling me that you're trying to silence the noise. And maybe it's working right now. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe it's working right now because you're getting to experience life. You know what I mean? You're like, I can afford this. You know how people say money can't stop your problems, and then there's people that's like, money can just stop like 90% of my problems right now. But look what I just noticed in tuning in. It's like you trying to ignore all the voices, but look at the people with their hands out too. You all the way in spirit. What you need from me? You get what I'm saying? This you see these energies? Got their hand out, and then you just sitting in peace, and right now definitely remain in balance. But it's like the miser, when you have too much of it, even when you share, you're still not gonna be happy. You might be happy in a sense of like, I did this for charity or I did that. But when you just got so much of it, even when you give it away, like people still will come. Like nobody will ever, it'll never calm down. It'll never stop. It'll always be people with less than what you have and more of what you have. So try not to chase that. Existence is in the reverse. So you might spend all of your time at work. And you know what I just heard? I almost said money. You might spend all your money at work, but yeah, you get paid for going to work, but time, baby, you can't get that back. You get to a certain age, your body start changing. It works different. The insides don't work the same. The joints don't work the same. So you trading that in for this amount of money, but when you get to where you're headed, where you're aiming, you get what I'm saying? If you can't enjoy it, then what's the point? What's the purpose? You were made for more than just chasing the bag. Moment to moment, like this tells me, one, you don't want to be a one to live check to check, right? That's the first vibe I got from that, having it as a challenge. But you also can't really enjoy these things from moment to moment. It's like it gives down, sad, adventure, happy, tuning in, okay, trying to find the balance, but everybody's around. It's just giving like up, down, right? And you having a challenge with the moment to moment thing, and the experiencing card just came back. Thank you, Spirit. So you're trying to enjoy some things, but you're starting to notice something else. Maybe you starting to get more money than you ever had, or you're starting to do something different that's bringing you fortune, and it might not be in a physical aspect. When I say fortune, it might be you might just done found your peace, right? And you realize when you go to work, you are giving them time. That's way more valuable than the dollar. However, we trade it in every day, right? For the dream. Thank you, Spirit. Traveler, this is telling me like you imagine having things some certain a certain way someday. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I don't know why I was picturing like a house. You could be thinking like I need a house, or I'm trying to pay for a house, or you know what I mean? Trying to hustle so I can afford these things. And then I saw at the bottom of the deck was nothingness. Like you gotta focus on the spiritual aspect of who you are, like your heart, your soul, the things that really matter when you're connecting to people. Because like I said, the miser ain't happy and ain't got no friends, and then at the bottom of the deck is nothingness. You don't want to do all of that for nothing. And you could, thank you, Spirit, you could be chasing something as far as like trying to provide for a family or something like that. But if you are not spending time with your family, by the time you make the money, your family will have some type of resentment towards you, because what they really wanted was the time. Even though we go out there, we bust our butts to buy, to get money, to do this, to do that, the time is way more precious than that. Because when you look back and you become an adult, you look back at what people did to you, what people said to you, how people helped you or hurt you, and those type of things. You don't be really thinking about the lights was paid all the time. It might cross your mind, but deeper than that is going to come the more important stuff. Like, was mommy there to protect me? Was daddy there to protect me? Niggas go to jail all the time trying to move in traffic and do all of this different stuff for money, and because they want to take care of their 5-year-old. Your 5-year-old don't give a fuck about that. Your 5-year-old is going to need your presence more than anything. So if you get caught up in something you know you're supposed to be in because you're taking chances for money, you get caught up for, in that, you're going to regret that. And you're going to wind up with nothing. You're going to lose it all trying to chase the bag. So pay attention. I don't know if you're starting to see signs of like people changing because you're making money, or maybe your family changing, the ones you love the most, the one you probably chasing the bag for. But when you see it, it's because it's there, it's happening, and it's happening in the now. And you might think I could do it one more time, or I could you get what I'm saying? You got to see it for what the value is, what's really important. The money, the jewels, the clothes, the cars mean nothing compared to a child, a mother, a father, a family member that you get what I'm saying, that you love dearly, because one day they can be gone like that. I'm telling you, maturity is here in reverse. Politics is in the upright. I don't know if this tells me that you want to be seen as somebody who has more. The thunderbolt is in reverse. You don't want people to see you falling apart, right? You don't want nobody to see you fall off. But the thunderbolt being in reverse don't mean it ain't gonna happen. It just means you just delaying it. You know what I mean? So if people gonna see you like crap, they gonna see you like that anyways. Money ain't gonna make it no different, right? That only lasts for a little while. That's just a mask. At some point, it got to come off, and people gonna start looking for who you really are. So don't use that money to make people like you. It's gonna bring people, yes, absolutely it will, but it's not gonna be you that they loving. It's gonna be what you attach to. And they're gonna attach to you to get attached to what you got. And that's the bag. So pay attention to the ones that really care about you and put that time into them, because that's way more important. That's priceless.